Tony Bennett is eating here. It's the 11th episode of the third season of the Doris Day Show. As always, there will be spoilers as I discuss various aspects of the episode. To be honest, there's not much to talk about because not that much happens. We basically have two main scenes, a couple of little scenes here and there, but mostly we have two main scenes, and it's all about Doris interacting with Tony Bennett because Doris is interviewing Tony Bennett for the magazine, and it's the first time she's interviewing somebody with such a high profile, and she's very nervous. She goes to his hotel room, and Doris Day's performance there is brilliant, very convincing. Genuinely believed that she was nervous, and she has an interesting conversation with him, and Tony Bennett laments that he can't get good Italian food from room service, and Doris mentions that there happens to be an Italian restaurant in her building, which of course we know, and tells Tony Bennett that it's a very quiet neighbourhood restaurant where he won't be flooded with requests for autographs and things, and he agrees to go there. And that's our second main scene of Tony Bennett at the restaurant, trying to enjoy a quiet meal, but needless to say, things don't exactly go according to plan, and Doris might as well not be there because she gets no attention from anybody. But it was a delightful scene, and obviously great to see Tony Bennett in this episode and interacting with Doris Day. I rather enjoyed that, and it was quite funny, a little repetitive and definitely predictable with the way the episode went, but generally still one that I rather enjoyed, and it was really nice to have Tony Bennett in the show. And obviously Doris's performance was as brilliant as always, and there's not really much else to it. Most of the episodes are a little bit more varied, but this one is obviously all about Tony Bennett. I mean, his name's in the title. It was definitely not an episode about having an intricate narrative or a gripping story. It was definitely just about, let's have Tony Bennett in an episode. And honestly, it works. It's definitely an interesting enough story, and it's got enough to keep me entertained, and I rather enjoyed it. It's never going to be one of my favourite episodes of the Doris Day Show, but there's nothing wrong with it. It works very well. The pacing is great. Tony Bennett was great. Doris Day's performance was great. So I'm happy. Maybe not a personal favourite, but still a pretty good episode. Tony Bennett is eating here is not too bad at all.